In this series, I'm going to show you how you take a boring project file like this and turn it into something that sounds a bit like this. Nice. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I think that sounds pretty groovy. So in the first video, we went through how do you create these beautiful sounding drums. In the previous video, I went through how do you create these beautiful sounding vocals and bass. Now, what we're going to be going through in today's video is how, from the bass group, do you create these lovely mid-bass growls and whatever that we've come to know and love in minimal drum and bass. So they sound like this. Today really is a lot of trying stuff out and cutting stuff up and applying effects and then exporting and then doing it again. So make sure that you stick along for the ride. It's gonna be a crazy ride. And yeah, if you haven't already, you know, just kind of subscribe and like and leave comments and all of that standard YouTube plugin stuff. Just do all of that, and then we can get on with well, I'll just start now, should I? All right, cool. And then we're gonna change it a little bit more. Put it like a much lower one. This was on 36. Edit value. That good. Edit value. Good. Edit value 0.36. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we already know this one sounds good. So these are just like sort of the little dronier ones. Then I wonder what happens if we do something really crazy like this. Oh yeah, baby. So before we do that, I'm gonna actually do two more variations of this where it's a lot more high pitch, or it has higher frequencies in it. That's higher, and let's do even more. All right, so now we're gonna do what we just did because that sounded real nice. I don't know where it's getting this extra little bit from, but I'm all for it. And we're gonna be able to like just chop all these up and do some really nice fancy stuff with it. Yeah, that sounds nice. This is just gonna increase from like here, and then over here we want it to be like right about there. Show automation. No. Re-enable automation. That wants to be at that 600-ish. Nice. All right, what else can we do? What if we just had some like this, like little sort of hits? Let's record in a load of these. I'm gonna put these in their own now because these are like little pops, and then we're basically just gonna keep increasing this. That sounds really nice. So what do we actually have? Let's have a little listen, shall we? We have this nice sub. A nice sort of heavy, weighty sub. And I'm gonna try and now use these mid-bass elements to create a bit of a phrase. So let's duplicate this across to 4 bars. Cool. I mean, that I've not done anything with it, and I already think that sounds really cool. These like subtle ones I think sounded really good to begin with. Maybe not that one. It's a bit boring. And maybe we could take like this first bit. So what does this sound like? Oh, that could sound nice if it just kind of bled into this a little bit. All right, so what I am going to do, because I will confuse myself in no time at all, is I'm going to put all of these over here. I'm going to make all of them a different color, so I know that these ones here are the original. Then when I then add them in here, I'm going to make them a different color. I'm going to make them like, let's go for a nice salmon. and then see what we're working with. So these, I think this could sound cool if it like grew into this. And I just want to make sure there's absolutely no low end, because there is quite a lot at the moment. I'm going to cut out everything below like 150. What's this one? Yeah, so maybe that can go in here instead. Now I need to make it the salmon pink. I actually prefer this one at the beginning. And I think this one wants to be a bit more aggressive. What else have we got? Yeah, maybe this one would sound better. We just, at the moment, all we're trying to do is just create a bit of a groove. That wants to be like that, and that be like that. I'm going to cut that. And what we also need to make sure is, because if you listen, it's got all of those annoying little woo in the background because I was too lazy to turn it off. But we can cut all of that out, and it's also going to follow nicely on the sub bass. So that can go here, and then I think that can go there, but I like the idea of then this kind of hitting a sort of slightly different tail. So maybe we use this one and put it like that. We can delete that bad boy out. Oh yeah. And then this wants to come back in with something else like, yeah, I quite like that one, but I think it's a wee bit aggressive at the moment. Oh no, we've not made these our delicious salmon pink, but we've rectified it. We're all good. Yeah, it's fine. And we're probably gonna make a phrase that sounds really cool now, and then strip it back so that we can then build up to it. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Yeah, so this bit, I think this wants to actually be this last section, and maybe we just swap this out here. So we're going to take that, put it there, delete that, and then we got this sort of tail. We want that to be the same, and then this one wants to, maybe it just wants to bleed in like this. Boom. I don't necessarily like that as much, so it wants to go. Ooh. Or we do also have like these kind of pop things. Make it our salmon pink. So I think it wants a little something in there. What else have we got? What's this? Have we used this? Maybe just like the first part of that could sound good. Make it the salmon pink. But we do want it to be a bit like loose. Let's try it with the beat. Let's try recording it into its own channel for now. Just see what we can do to like mess this up. Let's try just something like Portal, stretch and smear. Oh, I like that. I like that little kind of thing at the back. I don't know what it is, but, and the thing, like, the point of this is we're just going to keep messing it up until we get something that we like. And that could take a while, you know, it could take 2 minutes, but let's find out. So it's this bit here that I really like. So I'm going to put this over here, turn all this back on, turn Portal off for now. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, it's just this space here needed filling. So we're just going to keep messing it up until we find something that we like. Put this onto its own little channel. I'm going to cut out all the low. Maybe give it like a touch of reverb as well. I don't know if we necessarily need it in these beginning bits. Or what if we had this so it's a big acceleration into here. That needs to come in here, which I will sort out in a minute. Copy all that across. And now what we've got is something a little bit better. So now that we've got it in an 8-bar phrase, we can now decide what goes where. Right, let's continue to mess this all up. That can go because it sounded terrible. That can go, that can go. So what else do we have? What else are we working with? Let's go back to Portal. Guitar and keys. Oh, I actually really like that. Jesus. Yeah, so I don't really like these bits. And this is all the same, but now we've got this cool thing here. So where could that go? Where have we got a bit of... Oh, so this is here now, so maybe that could replace that. I do sort of like it. I actually really like it, but I just don't think it really fits, which is annoying. Yeah, so it's just these little tiny bits here. Thought it sounded really, really nice. So we're gonna keep them. Yeah, nice. I don't like the reverb on this. Yeah, so I actually think for a first bar, we've finally got something that sounds somewhat decent, which is all I've really ever wanted. So what I want to do is I want to now make a load more mid-bass things, because we have like this first half which sounds good, but now what we want is some stuff that sounds even better for the second part. So we're just going to use the tops once again. So I'm just going to make lots of little sort of random bits here just to see if any of it sounds good. That last bit sounds good. And it's just this last bit really that we want. Right, so let's get rid of all this again. Oh, that sounds cool. Right, let me print this first anyway. Then what happens if we put this in double time? Yeah, I'm just going to try that. So I'm thinking for the second half of this, it could go into like something quite different. So I even think this first bass line bit can actually change, because maybe this would be like a B section, because then maybe here what we do is we just cut the vocals here, cut these out, and then we play around with this, so we get. Let's turn this bit off. And maybe what we could do is just automate in some nice reverb. Yeah, so what we'll do, we'll automate in the delay, the dry wet. Like that. And then I'm going to group this, and then put a compressor on, and then sidechain the kick. Now, I think that's going to do it for today's video, because the phrase that we've created is pretty good and creates a nice foundation. What we're going to do next in the next video is we're going to talk through how can we do some more call and response between these mid-bass growls that we've come to know and love. Beautiful. And then also some different elements within the drums. So you'll now hear that the drums are slightly different. Oh, there's a lot going on. So what we're going to be talking about is all of these perks that get added. Oh my Lord, look at the processing. Look at the processing that's going on. You're going to learn so much from the next video. So just make sure that you hit subscribe. Make sure you put the noties on, or the notifications, because I am British. And yeah, I think that'll do it for today's video. So happy New Year. Cheers.